Bearded CB82. So anyways, I was out doing some scouting for some waterfowl, checking out a new spot and everything else. But back where I'm at, it's old sand pits, but came across some stuff back here. Let me flip the camera around and show you. Alright, so as you can see, we've got an old tanker and some really old trucks and a couple other tanks as well. Look at this. And yeah, you got the whole water, fuel, probably fuel storage tank. All the writings weren't off on that, but wow, how about that? An old straight 6. Look at that. The cast iron still there. Oh, it's not even rusted out all that bad, just other than being tore up and back here. Or probably for the old sand pits that are off back in that area. There's several of them. And yeah, they just left this here. It looks like an old Chevy. Hard to say with that gone, but almost like an old Chevrolet emblem was there. Old light buckets. The bucket itself still in pretty much one piece. Yep. She got beat up. A couple holes in there, like a 12 gauge there. Might have been a 20 gauge slug right there. Pistol rounds. Frame's still all there. Looks like they had some reinforcing done at one point. Some 3/8 steel plate there. Oh, somebody left their cooler top. Grab that. Yeah. How about that? Oh, little bitty spider right there. Those are the good leaf springs there. And what appears to be pretty close to the same style. Yeah. Yep, whatever it was the same model. Just a lot less left in this one. Same deal. This one's got a couple of the wheels left on her anyways. But looks like used to be the seat and other stuff. All right there. For the pulleys right there. So, and a water heater. And a bunch of frickin' fence wire bound up in there. Looks like that was the old fuel tank. There you go. Anybody real familiar with what model of trucks these are? I'm assuming in the late 40s, early 50s. Possibly Chevy, maybe Ford, I don't know. Leave a comment down below. Thanks, guys. Well, today, out at the range, I've already got 100 rounds put down range. Got it. Got Liberty sighted in pretty much where I want her. So obviously you hear the sound of gunfire in the distance. But, yeah, just a little bit more finicky than what I wanted. They really improved the range out here by the lake. It's nice. It's really nice. They did a good job. $10 an hour, not bad, and you can rotate in between whichever one of the stations you want. Pistol, rifle, 50 yard, 30, so on and so forth. Awesome stuff. Well, let's show you what I did. Yep, I was all over the place. And then I finally, this is at 100 yards, finally got her pretty much wrapped in where I wanted to. That's just with the Remington n.m.c.b. And then that grouped really nicely. Those rounds right there, a couple that bound in right there. That was all Winchester white box. That barrel really likes the Winchester, but I got a lot more of that UMC and good enough for coyotes. At 100 yards, they're not going to know the difference half-inch one way or the other. But yeah, it's a pretty windy day out, but nice down here in the pit. They've got the berms redressed and everything else, so keeping some of the wind out as I blind you guys with the sunlight. But I got another target to set up at 50 yards for my brother's AR. Get that made sure that's tuned in a little better. So, but it's pretty nice overall. I like this place. They did it good. Alright, so got done at the range. As soon as I got done getting my targets set up, and I was the only person on the range at that moment, and right after I was getting ready to do a little bit of video about the thing, like a dozen people moved over to where I was at on the 100-yard range, and it's like, oh. But you know, and that was right after the range went back hot too, so it was like, but luckily they were just happy doing some planking and just getting to going rather than having to get everything back to cold and then switch back over, so that wasn't too bad. But yeah, I didn't get any video of the shooting, so is what it is. But right behind me, well, that's a pizza place, but right next to the pizza place, it's Founders Brewing, one of the newer breweries. That's how Eric over at Ebomi says it. Breweries, or B&E Brew Reviews. But so Founders Brewing, gonna give that a shot, see what it's about. I only had, Fenders, Fenders, Fenders Brewing. Gotta make sure. I'll put a link if they have a website down in the description box below. But I'm gonna give that a shot. Have a beer, maybe have something to eat. If not, there's a pub right across the way here on the other side of the city park where I'm at, and give that a shot. And so yeah, Fenders Brewing. See if they have any eats. See what they have that looks interesting on their ale. We'll go from there. Overall, quite the eventful little Sunday. Now, if my all-American infidel hopefully doesn't get me kicked out of there, you know, never know who might be in some of these, you know, microbreweries these days. Somebody gets offended. Buy a t-shirt. Yeah. We'll see.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here,
alright, so Fenders Brewing, as you can see right there,
we can
as my finger makes it go out of focus.
together.
What do I think? Well, so far my opinion on this wonderful Gunday brew day. Had a couple of the beers. I had the Centurion, post a picture here of it, and along with the description. And then had the Black IPA. Night Strike, I think it's called. Post a picture and basic description of that here. But overall, the Black IPA was interesting. The Black IPA was good. Their Centurion kind of reminded me a little bit more along the lines of almost there with Two Hearted Pale Ale. Been drinking a little bit of that lately. You know, Ed's, USAF's drink of choice, especially after a day at the range. But I think overall, not a bad brew. The Centurion was decent, a little on the heftier side of the ones that they brew. Their Night Strike was a little bit lighter on the alcohol volume, but it was, some people might call it borderline nitro stout. Other people might just call it what would you call that? Well, they call it a dark IPA for a reason, obviously. Was a little hoppy. Oh, try to get that. There we go. Was a little hoppy, but was dark and full flavored. I liked it. I really did like it. Now, should I ever go up to Minnesota, I might have to get some of this bottled either in like one of the bombers or maybe a growler or something and get it to Eric or eBomi or B&E Brew Reviews for evaluation. He might like that one. Now, all else, I'm going to go get something to eat because they really didn't have food over there and I really need something to eat before I go home. So we're going to go over to the other place and get something to eat. Other than that, Fender's Brewing, we're stopping in for. Good shit. Take care. Alright, so there we go. So, this little pub right here, see if it'll, maybe that'll show up, maybe it won't. Now, as far as their food goes, on a Sunday in particular, their patty melt that they serve, that is right there, top notch. Patty melt was like superb. It was perfect. They ask you how you like your meat done, like some places will with a burger, since it is a burger patty that they combine. And on the well done side, like, just to kind of play it safe from my end from past experiences, awesome. So, patty melt from that place, after a beer or two from that place, Fender's, spot on, awesome day. We had a Sunday Gunday fun day mixed with a couple of local brews and some local food, and spot on. This is how you should spend your Sundays for the most part. So, but outside of that, well, starting to get a little chilly out, and I need to get headed home. I got stuff I gotta do. But a nice day. Beautiful way to spend a good fall day. So, we'll catch y'all later.